Whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but whatever happens in Ghana cannot stay in Ghana. Yeah, so welcome to Fred and Barbie's channel. We're gonna talk about some funny moments, annoying moments, fascinating, interesting, and everything some that happened in Ghana. This is a story time.
Yes.
So before we talk about everything or we summarize everything, what was the funniest moment in Ghana for you?
We had a lot. But the most funniest moment in Ghana for me was me seeing my husband fighting for the first time ever in my whole life.
Did I fight?
Yes.
What did I do? I don't even remember. I don't even remember fighting.
I'm gonna give you all the information, guys.
Okay. My funniest moment in Ghana was...
What was yours? No, don't say that with the car. Simple calculations.
No.
Oh, the woman you almost hit on highway.
So that's not funny. It's funny for her because she was not the one driving. The funniest moment was, I don't remember what we ate, but we were playing a game and then the rest follows. Let's continue. Now let's go. So the funniest moment will be reserved for the last part of the video, but
stay tuned, guys, to the end of the video. It's gonna be very funny.
So the interesting part was driving on Ghana roads. Like in the beginning, I trusted myself so much, and I believed, and I stayed focused. And the interesting aspect of it was, I drove over almost 6,000 miles. Which is, I think, gonna be around 12,000 kilometers or 11,000 kilometers. Almost 6,000 miles. Yeah, times 2. It's almost like times 2. And I don't know. I don't get it right with that conversion. Within 2 months in Ghana, from Accra to Cape Coast to Kumasi, like crazy. Within Cape Coast, within Accra, within Kumasi. Yeah, these were the 3 destinations we actually moved. And it was super, super crazy, but all glory be to God. That was very interesting. It was my first time doing this driving in Ghana, because most of my driving life, like 98% of my driving life has been in America. And then I've never driven in Europe before. She's the driver. So yeah, that was very interesting for me. And then another interesting aspect was being my first time doing all this process as getting married. I mean, it's going to be your first time. God, all things being equal, everyone is going to be your first time getting married. Amen. Going through the process. Amen. Like, it's so interesting to see the energy from beginning, where people will be like, oh, Eduwa, say we will do this with it, and then when everything is getting close, it feels like everybody is kind of going behind the curtains to see what you will do. And oh, you said good, like, but eventually everything comes down, especially when it comes down successfully. It was so interesting to go through that process as well. And then finally, the other interesting part of it was being able to like get used to the system here. And then, even though I was born and raised in Ghana, but going back to Ghana with that kind of the little concept or ideology I have here, everything looks so interesting, as in how people are on the street. Because even if you were born in Ghana, raised in Ghana, when you stay here for longer or some time and you go back, it's so interesting, like how people are able to survive with 10 cities. They're happy, like it's grace, and it's a miracle. And then, what was so interesting to you about it?
Interesting was, for me, I used to say back then, oh, by the age of 50, I'm moving back to Ghana, gonna create my own thing and then do my own thing. But living there for 2 months has taught me lessons. Yes, thank you. Has taught me lessons. So what was interesting for me was the lifestyle. I may be honest, like things I didn't see when I was younger. Now that I am old enough to take my own responsibility for the decisions that I take, like I see things from different angles. And I'm like, oh wow, like why is this like this, and why is this like this, and why is this like that? Like so many things has become weird to me, even though I was also born there. Yes, grew up there a bit. The lifestyle is just different. I can no more
see yourself going back there to do what you said.
Yeah.
But what in particular made you change your mindset? Like what was so interesting that?
What I saw, I don't know if I can mention that on camera. That's the thing, you know, like the whole lifestyle, like from police to like the people, how they deal with you.
So we're gonna talk about the annoying part. What's the annoying part to you? From the airport to you entered Ghana to you came back.
First, the corruption. It's just too much. They want money for everything. Everything. Things you have paid for it. In Ghana, you have to pay for it again. The second thing, the way they deal with the customers. Like, I don't know how to put it, but if you want your business to work, you have to treat your customers, like you have to know how to talk to your customers for them to come back to you. Here, for example, when you go into a shop, let's say, I don't know, even when you're doing window shopping, you're out there, they'll be like, hi, how may I help you? Would you like to come in, you know? And in Ghana, like, I go to a shop, the shop is open, you are entering into the shop, and they'll be at the gate asking you, what are you doing here? Like, hello, why is the shop even open? What am I doing here? I want to buy something, that's why I'm here. Like, you know, that are stuff that I don't get it anymore, living here for so long.
And I get what she's saying. And it's not a container shop. It's a well-built shop that sells clothes.
Yeah.
You have to enter to look for what you want. And like, anyway, that was in Kumasi though. Not in Cape Coast.
So yeah, these are little things. And I feel like one thing that annoys me or that I was very surprised about is I feel like the little things that they don't pay attention to are the stuff that are important.
Like
when I come to your shop and you don't even say hello to me.
Yeah, the customer services.
I cannot even come to you and ask you a question because you didn't even welcome me when I came in. So it's like the little things.
Or when you say hello or when you greet
them, they don't like you like this. Like,
respond,
why is she even saying hello to me? Like everything is just weird. These are little things that I feel like
that matters.
It doesn't matter to them, but it really matters.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can say for now.
All right, so I will touch base on the annoying stuff as well. First and foremost, the road management.
Oh, thank God I don't drive in Ghana.
The road management is so annoying, a headache. The horn. I watched 𝐤𝐬𝐲𝐬's video when he moved to UK recently.
Oh yeah.
The noise at his area was one of the most annoying parts. And it's true. I remember when we went there and we were shooting a video.
It's
true.
Like, you'll be like, sorry.
Guys, this is what we deal with every day. And it's so true. Like, that is why he even stayed. It was very close to a street. But even on the road as well, the horn. Beep, 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 beep. The horn is alone is a language. It's a tongue on its own. Beep, 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 beep. And then you hear a respond. Like, beep, 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 like, oh my God. And some of the horn have more than a ringing tone. They sound the horn ping and then there's another pom pom like oh my God. The fumes from car exhaust, some of them you cannot even breathe, like that thick dark fumes from the exhaust. Monday morning, road construction. Monday morning, they started Monday morning, not like midnight or 4 a.m. Monday, around 7 a.m. Monday.
People are busy.
A busy road, not like a suburb road, a main road. That
You want to go to work. Oh.
Jesus Christ.
I think I'll commit suicide.
Bless Ghana.
Road.
That is road management. It's one of the major, like the traffic, everything that happens on the road is unnecessary, and I don't know if it's approved or not approved. Speed ramps, not like this thing, like this, and oh my God, like speed ramps, like mountain, like hills, highway. So it's speed ramp on a highway. Jesus Christ.
You don't even have the other option.
So guys, here I will pass through with an advice. Even if you are a Ghanaian and you are not familiar with a particular highway, don't drive on it at night. I would say don't drive at it at night, because you're gonna throw your car away. Like speed ramp, like that thick. If you are on a higher speed, even let's say 50 kilometers or 60 kilometers, that's even higher, even 30 kilometers, and you hit on this speed ramp, believe me, you're gonna go off road, and it's gonna be terrible for you. So that's my advice. If you are a driver in Ghana, whether you are used to or not used to any road, at night on the highway, watch out for speed ramp. It's there, and it's crazy. Before, we used to complain about potholes on roads and stuff. We have intentionally created mountains on the roads. And now we don't have potholes. It's either your road is not tired at all, or it is tiled with mountains. That's the speed ramp. So that is what I'll pass through. That's one of the annoying stuff. Secondly, like she said, you enter shops and then they will ask you, like you don't see anyone there. Sometimes the owner of the shop is standing somewhere having conversation. You stay there.
You need something, they'll be talking on phone. Oh God.
You go there, hello, is anyone here? And then somebody will just come from behind. Yeah, I'm here, like miwaha, I'm the one here. What do you want over there? And it's not like a small container provision shop. It's a shop that have aisles that sell clothes, shoes. Instead of, I love the Kumasi people, those who are in a busy area, they will even put you, this and that. But there are some people in Ghana that they ask you, and the facial expressions, like, Jesus Christ, even if I'm not allowed to enter, being a customer, you should have a way to approach me that, oh, next time when you come, because you have to know that even if you don't agree to the saying that customers are always right, you have to know how to talk to people in general, like in a respectful way and in a manner. Finally, I will touch base on this and I will continue from there. Our dear people in Ghana, I know it's tough, but people asking for money, I wouldn't put it in a way of begging, but asking for money is too much. Once you hit at the airport, you are a billionaire.
Daddy ba.
You are a technology guru, or let's say a phone guru, a laptop guru. Oh, you don't have any laptop that you don't like? Oh, did you bring any laptop?
Why would you even take something to Ghana that you don't like? And
they're asking for stuff like that at the airport. Like, I don't know who they are. If they work for themselves or whoever, like they start from, that is where you actually start seeing begging for stuff like that. On the streets, before you hit the highway to your destination, you have to see, like, you want to roll down your glasses so you can have some fresh air of Accra, which is actually not that fresh. So you'll mostly be in your air condition. You will see people coming to your car asking for money to go eat, this and that. We know the economy is hard, but it's everywhere. Aside being everywhere, like, I don't think it's very much presentable as how we present Ghana to the world right at the airport, like from the airport.
We
like
brought visitors in there, like the way you treat them, they'll be like, hey, this is Ghana, you wanted me to come here, you told me so much like good things about Ghana,
and then
they're at the airport and it starts
right at the airport.
It's just I really felt embarrassed bringing a visitor.
And then they're asking for money. We had these white people in our car. They came because of us. They came with us. So they had to leave, I think, 3 or 4 days earlier than us. So we had to drop them at the Kotoka International Airport. On our way, it's not a police barrier or a police joint in the middle of highway. It was an afternoon, around 1 p.m. or 12 p.m. from, I wouldn't mention wherever, but we were heading to Accra.
Yeah.
In the middle of the road, they have mounted an afternoon police joint and then they were stopping cars. I got there. They didn't ask for license. They didn't tell me why they stopped, if there was something wrong with the car, what is in the trunk. Like, I don't know why they stopped. The main focus was
money.
One mommy will be our uncle. If you don't give me anything, you are not going. You are not leaving. Like, they are asking, like, and they have this clipboard. I don't know what else on the clipboard. Asking. What they ask. Give me something. And
it
to
was
be
so
honest,
embarrassing when our friends asked us,
yeah,
why do we get stopped by the police always? Because at first they thought they are just doing a security check, like protecting the country. But when they got to find out that they stop us because they want money. And
it's funny how all these alarm, when they stop us and like we don't give them anything, they were like, oh, you guys are good. Like the security from the police is actually working. They're on the highway. I think the robbery will be down, this and that.
Yeah.
And we didn't want to present Ghana in a bad way, but we said, yeah.
They got to find out their own self, and it was just embarrassing.
And then at that moment, everything got messed up because, to be honest, that was the first time we had given, or we have been asked for money by a police on the road, despite the long distance driving that we did. So I didn't have money in my wallet. I didn't have money in my car, like on me, because most of the time when I sit down, my baby takes my wallet and my phone because she don't want me to be distracted. Because Ghana roads are dangerous. And sometimes I even give it to her because I don't want that distraction. And she said, baby, let me check your wallet. Maybe you have something. She checked and it was 5 CDs, 20 CDs. There was some money in the wallet. And I told her that just give them 10 CDs. She was like, what? I said, and she was taking 1 CD, and then the white person asked, who do they want?
Yeah.
And then baby was like, you don't want to know. We talk about it later. And then it was so obvious that the guy was kind of, Jesus Christ. And then baby took 1 CD. I said, they're not going to take 1 CD.
Like, I'm like, we're not giving them anything.
And it's not like we have overloaded, we have flat tire, we have spoiled registration, or
Ghana driver's license.
Everything was on point. Like there was nothing wrong with that. And then even if there was, they did not even point it out. They were just so focused on the money. And then baby was like, so how much? I said, give me just the 5 CDs. Gave me the 5 CDs. I just took the 5 CDs. I rolled my hands on the steer, trying to give it that way. And I looked at it, and baby was like, why are you giving it to him like that? Just give it to him. So I said, but I don't want the people at the back to see. I don't want them to have that feeling about Ghana, even though it is like that. Hopefully it get better though. And I said, you know what, let me just give it that same way. He looked at it, 5 for pay, car with him, 5 for pay, only 5. Like, you see the car you're driving and all. I said, okay, now it is what it is. I said, that's all I have. And I started driving. Like, you can run after the car for all I care. Like, I really didn't want to, but at the moment they wasted over 15 minutes, or maybe 10 to 15 minutes of our time, because he was insisting, and I also didn't want to give it out. Baby wanted us not to give. And then on the way to the airport, the white guy at the back, our friend, asked, what did they take? Did they take your paper or something? They were asking for money. Like, what?
Yeah.
Money?
Why?
Why? What did you do? I was like,
And then why in cash?
in cash. I was like, you don't want to know. We don't want to talk about
Things like this we cannot even explain.
And you can't even explain because it's strange.
Yeah.
Like, oh God, that was so annoying. And for that moment, and it was so
his first time
difficult to explain to people like that, especially when you have presented. He spent over 3 weeks in Ghana, and we have presented a nice Ghana to them. We went to sightseeing Kakom National Park, Hans Cottage Hotel. We showed them beautiful side of the coastal areas. Like, we showed them the beautiful side of Ghana for them to come back again. And they came and spent money. They spent a lot of money in Ghana. The money stayed in the country. So
yeah,
one way or the other, that's how we're also contributing to our nation, right? But that was the most annoying part during our stay. And the last thing will be the funny moment.
Now we can laugh again.
Before we go there.
What?
And then you start with your funny moment. So we went to look for a hotel, guest house, wherever is suitable for us. The prices were expensive. Like the one that we think it was very good for us to stay, 1,500 a night, 2,000 a night, 2,500 a night. Like, and we are here to stay for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. We can't afford it. It was too much for our stay. So we tried to combine the stay with guest house. So we stay in a guest house for 2 nights. We moved to a hotel to feel comfortable for 2-3 nights. So we're combining it, right? So we can spread it up. So one guest house, the first night we went to a hotel. They said it's a hotel. We entered the hotel room. There was no towel.
I love my motherland.
No toothbrush or toothpaste. That is even an extra, don't worry. No towel, no tissue, no toilet paper. The bed had the bed sheet was there, but there was no blanket.
Don't forget the entontum.
There was entontum over there.
I'm getting married, guys. Entontum, baby. I think that's why I was sick.
And we were so exhausted. And we felt sick. Like, we entered the hotel room around 1 a.m. because we went to book around 10 p.m. and we went out to eat, we went to the family, so we came back. It was
just to sleep.
Super late, 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. It was close by to our family's house, so we came back exactly 6 a.m. We left the place. We went to our family house to take a shower, feel okay, and then we didn't come back. We started with a very good hotel. We went to a very good hotel. We paid over 2,000 and we had a very beautiful stay for like 2 days. And then we said, you know what? Now let's go out and look for a good hotel, a guest house where we can stay and then combine, because we had a whole long stay in Ghana. We had a lot to do. We went to one guest house, the same Tonton issue. We switched to an upgrade. We upgraded to a different room. There was no Tonton, but the tap was kind of, you are in a bath, the bath basin it's not working, so you have to get a bucket. Okay, can we get an upgrade where you get they say, okay, the upgrade that we have is gonna have your own kitchen. You're gonna pay another 150 Ghana cedis extra. Where the tap was flowing, but the kitchen was like, we spent 2 nights over there too. And then it was okay when we upgraded and then we moved. And then
before you continue, the first night we spent on that our upgraded hotel, when we came in, we asked for like tea because I was exhausted and I just wanted to drink tea. He brought me hot water.
He said, oh, you have to get your own.
Am I getting this at that time?
You have to get your own. Oh my God, your own tea. What type of tea you want? Either Milo, Lipton, herbal tea, black tea.
Where I'll get that tea from at that time. Guys, it was midnight. Do you know what we did? I had some lime.
Oh yeah.
I think you even cut a bit of teeth. I don't even remember. You squeeze them out. You squeeze them out. We added it into the water. I drank it. It was good.
All right. So from there,
And then the second day.
I think, yeah, the third day we stayed there for 2 nights, and for the most part we only needed a place for night because for the daytime we were mostly busy.
Yeah.
You do 1 or 2 stuff and you are stuck in traffic, you can't get home
Oh
on time.
God, yeah.
So we moved to another guest house. We went there, the place was so clean. It was kind of end of the city, so it had a lot of trees. The place was very serene, even though the road to the place wasn't that good. It was a safe place.
Yeah.
The bath was flowing. They had this well distilled that supplied water, so they were having water 24/7. The lights was okay. They had a good kitchen where you can even dine over there. The room, the bed, everything was on point.
That was
The
a
wardrobe.
scam, guys.
But that was a scam. Anyway, how scammy or how fishy was this? We had we packed our car, we had our stuff, we packed everything in there. We felt so we took a bath actually.
That's what I wanted to say. The first thing we did when we were in that room, I just checked if they have hot water.
It was there.
And they had it, so, oh guys, we took a hot shower because, no, bath. We needed it with a bit of peppermint.
Peppermint oil, oh, it was a relief.
Yeah.
After that good time, we went to bed. The blanket was kind of itchy blanket. So we took it away. Thank God we had our own blanket in one of our luggages. We used that overnight. But apart from that, everything was on point. And we
Then
thought,
we were happy. We were like, oh,
yeah,
this place is more better than
so we're gonna stay here for maybe 1 week, and then we roam around.
Blah blah blah. Continue. What happened? Let me continue from there.
Okay, because you started it.
No, you can continue. I know that where I will come in. You continue.
Okay, so we stayed there for almost 3 days. The second day,
we didn't even sleep there. We left our luggages there, saying that we have to go out do some rounds.
we may not come back.
Yeah, what did he do?
So
we asked him to put our luggages to a corner, or I don't know, for sure they will have one.
No, that is
storage.
that was
the second
day. But
yes.
the first day we got our breakfast, everything was on point.
That was the second day morning.
No,
like nine.
Okay, so
the
when
first
we
day we slept there. The second day in the morning
we got our breakfast, everything was
that's
on
when
point.
we left the what do we call it?
The
luggages, and then you continue.
And we asked for a storage room or anywhere that it's cheaper, and we keep our luggages, and then the next day we just come back for it because
we didn't even want to sleep, guys.
And we told him that it was a guy. We told him that the luggage has no bad stuff in there. If you give us the room, we own the room, just a cheaper room, and then we store our stuff in there. In the morning, we come for it. Yeah. Or maybe the next day, anytime we get a chance, we'll call in and come pick them up.
Sorry, guys, we had a lot of luggages, and there were a lot of stuff in there.
Because we were moving around, yeah.
Exactly. We needed to
when we buy stuff, we keep them with us, and then we keep them in the car. So
that's how
we didn't want to keep those stuff in the car moving around.
Yeah.
So we went for a cheaper room, which was I think 120 or 150 a night. So for that night, we moved from 300 or 400 room to that room just for the luggages. So that room was very small, guys. I wonder who sleeps there but I know if you are
with the entontum
in that particular room. Oh God. Anyway, so that 100 and something actually includes breakfast. But obviously we are not there.
The 300 and something includes breakfast.
Yeah, but he didn't subsidize because we are not going to be there for breakfast and anything. He still took the money. I said, okay, that's fine. It's okay. We just need a place to store the stuff for now, for that very moment. And we are far from home, right? So the third day, we realized that we have to come back and sleep there because they will be expecting us, one. Secondly, it was too late to go look for another hotel or guest house. So we came back and we said, you know what, we're going to go to that room, but leave the luggage in that room. But in case there was somebody coming over, we can move it now. But right now, it's too late. So we want to sleep in the other room that we booked a couple of days ago and then feel comfortable. I said, oh, that's fine. you don't have to force yourself to take the luggage right now. There's nobody booking that room yet, so you can leave it. In the morning, you will move it to your room. So we just went to sleep. In the morning, we woke up in our room.
Base. We left the luggages in there. We didn't have, what do we call it, cash on us. So you said you would do, what do you call
Mobile
it?
money, yeah.
Mobile money. Guys.
He stayed there.
We left, we wanted to go withdraw the money and give it to him cash for him to believe that we want to pay it, or we really don't have money with us. So we needed to transfer money into the, what do we call it, into the mobile money, because guys, you have to know we are not from there. So whenever we didn't have enough balance on our mobile money, we needed to transfer the money on
from our account to the mobile money that we had. Yeah, correct.
We left that building, that man called. My boss just called. He said he did the. I was wondering as in how the boss of the owner of that hotel got to know that some people have left their luggages in that room and hasn't paid. The pressure that man put on us for us to pay the 120 Ghana cedis that day, and then the next day his actions continue from there.
So the next day, after we had slept in the room that we slept in a couple of days where we felt comfortable, we came back. In the morning, we wake up. We were expecting our breakfast like we did during the first day. Nothing happened. It was 12 p.m. We were about to step out, and we asked for. We didn't get our breakfast today. What happened? Oh, we forgot. I said, really? Okay, that's fine. We'll see you in the evening. We're gonna move the luggages back to the room, and we moved the luggages back to the room. And then I was hungry. Babe was also hungry. And he said, you know what? Just open the gate for us, and then we will leave. So when we said open the gate for us, we had finished the moving of the stuff, and then the gate was opened. And we sat in the car. Babe was like, babe, I'm tired. After moving the luggages, I'm really hungry. I can't wait to get something to eat out there. But why didn't he bring our breakfast? This and that.
And we paid for it. We didn't get it for 2 days. We did not complain. We didn't get it for 2 days, so we did not complain. We did not ask for it. But then the 10th day, we felt like, guys, something is very fishy in here.
So we stepped out right at the gate, and then the guy was coming to close the door, and we saw he had tea with egg. He was eating.
Fried eggs and Milo.
I don't know if it's Milo or Lipton. But he said he didn't see it.
And then I saw it, so he was flipping out.
I looked in my rear view mirror and I saw that no, the guy is eating. But he said he forgot our breakfast, but he didn't forget his.
And later he said that they don't have gas anymore to cook. He first said he forgot.
You come in.
Okay, continue.
Then I was like, this guy is just fooling us. You know what? I was smart and I just put the car on reverse. Guys, the road was bad. Boom! Like 2 seconds, I was at the gate. I said,
no, why? No, not for me. Because I think you don't even remember what he did. That was the first time ever seeing my husband being mad. Like, I've been with this man for the past 7 years. I've never seen him being that mad. So we left that hotel with everything that we had, and then while he was driving, he was like, yo, wait. Fred was like, wait.
Can you talk?
Sorry guys. He was like, wait, but did you see him eating bread with fried eggs and Milo and tea? Where did he got the fire from? First of all, he told us he has forgotten that like we wanted to eat breakfast. Secondly, when we asked him, he said I didn't have enough gas. But while we were leaving, we got to know he was eating breakfast. Fred is like, what kind of disrespect is this? He's just disrespectful. He think he's wise. You know what, babes? Nah, as for this one, we have to go back and get the money for the breakfast.
Guys, I didn't turn. I just put the car on reverse.
All what I felt was boom, then we were back there. Hey guys, I'm that kind of person, no joke. Like when I talk or when I'm flipping out, the more I talk about it, the more I get angry. So I don't know why I was that calm and that quiet.
Yeah, she was super calm. And that one, I was the one who was mad.
And then all what I saw was Fred knocking at the door. No, your car. Please.
Yeah,
he came and then he opened the door. And then he saw us. I just saw his face just change. You were like, give us the money for the guys. Fred was like, give us the money for the breakfast. And the guy was like, he was so lost. He was like, what did they want from me? He was like, you didn't serve us with breakfast? We were here for 3 days. Do you know who we are? You guys come and see Fred being mad. He was like, give us the money for the breakfast.
Yeah.
And then he was standing there looking at him. He was like, I don't have any money. Yeah, he was like, I don't have any money. And then, funny enough, he was holding money in his right hand. And the left side, he was still holding his right hand.
Oh, so you remember everything?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I didn't do anything. I was just looking from behind. So he was holding the drink and the, what do you call it, his tea and the bread and on his left side, and the right hand he has some money in his hands. He was like, I don't have any money. Fred is like, what are you holding in your hands? And then he opened this. He's like, money.
This for the gas. I said,
Fred is like, give me that money. I was so shocked seeing him like that I couldn't even talk.
so the longest shot of it all was, I actually told him we need money for breakfast, and yeah, he gave us some money, but he was resistant. Oh, this is for the guys. It has been accounted for. I said, you accounted for my breakfast, right? Did you send me breakfast? No. So give me money for breakfast. He was resistant. I said, bro, you don't know who I am. Whether I'm the brother to the owner of the guest house, whatever, if I'm under investigation of what you are doing, think about what you are doing. I need money for my breakfast.
Then he was scared.
And he started like
shivering.
It's not like I was trying to intimidate him.
He said, boss.
He started changing my name from Mr. Fred to boss. And he gave us, I don't know, it's 40 CDs or 20 CDs. I don't remember,
but he gave us some cash.
All I cared was, okay, that money was enough to get breakfast out there. So we just took it and we drove off. Like, I mean, stuff like that actually is funny and it's annoying at the same time. But
at that moment,
it wasn't funny at all. Later, it was funny, like how I drove back, this and that. We talked about it to our cousins and we were just laughing about it.
Everyone was surprised, like, hey, Fred can be mad.
Can be mad, like they were surprised.
Yeah.
And then the next funny moment. So we were at our next apartment. And then we were doing something and I was using the car key to do something.
Oh, 9.
And the car key broke.
9. 9.
And then when it broke, I was quiet. And baby was like, are you okay? I said, yeah, I'm okay.
I saw it coming, guys. I saw it coming.
And I showed her the key has broken. We didn't have the spare one with us in Kumasi. The spare one was in Cape Coast.
Cape Coast, imagine.
It's like, so how are you going to move the car? It was a Sunday. It was
morning.
hard to get people to come over to get you a new key. Oh my God. Our plans was messed up. We planned everywhere.
We had a lot to do on that day.
Guys, I was doing magic. I was using super glue and fine sand, trying to join the key together to drive to a place where we can get. Not knowing I'm just wasting we wasted over 2 hours, and then within that 2 hours, we tried to make some phone calls to get a person to come and get us. It was funny. At the moment, it was still funny, even though we were just like, and Ghana placing phone calls. He called, we heard you were able to get us a new key for this car, this and that. Oh, it's gonna be 250. Can you text me the model of your car, the year, we send everything. I'm now taking care of my kids. I'm gonna be there in like, you know what? I can't make it. Like, and then later they will call you back. Where are you now? I'm trying to see if I said, you don't worry, I'll look for. So later we got another person. The stress was enough. Now that same night, I don't know if it was that same night. I think it was the same night when we were driving to. I don't want to mention the place name, and then. And then on our way, on the highway, off KN-West Road, I don't know, to Ejuso, yeah, the highway, we were on a top speed.
He was thinking he was on the highway of America. I don't know what he was thinking.
But I was going with the speed of the other car. So people were trying to cross the road. I didn't see the initial attempt. So according to my passengers, my professional passengers, they saw a woman try to cross the road and came back. And then went again and came back. And the third one was, she was almost crossing, and then people were saying, hey. So the hey actually drew my attention because there was a lot of people standing side to side. The traffic was green, all the cars were going. And this woman was crossing from way behind the zebra crossing.
Highway, like,
so I had hey. So before I realized, the woman was running back. It was funny to them at the moment, but I was like, I'm the one driving, and this is dangerous. It's funny to you guys,
I almost kissed someone.
Later, her sister, kid sister, she's so funny. She was acting and narrating the whole story, and it was funny to me. Oh my god! And what else was so funny?
Yeah, I think that is it. We have to. The last one. We said we'll keep that one for the last one.
Okay, go ahead.
No, it's the back.
Say that one and we put it at one. I cannot stay in Ghana.
Exactly. Guys. This is the last one, guys. We kept this one for the last. And so what happened was that we were at my mother's place, and we love, what do we call it? I love
spaghetti.
No, 𝐸𝐳𝐵.
Oh, 𝐸𝐳𝐵. That was 𝐸𝐳𝐵.
So we ate 𝐸𝐳𝐵 on that day, and then we were playing some games. And I saw that, or I felt like my stomach was doing some. Let me go to the. I went in there, I did my business, and I was in there for long. So after some minutes,
come on, talk.
When I was about to go, I saw my husband coming. I'm like,
Where are you going?
And then he was going to the.
So guys,
I was in there.
Like she said, she was there for so long. So I told the other colleagues that, no, my wife has been there for so long. Let me check on her. That was an excuse for me to also go do my do my business in the bathroom, right? So when I entered, she had finished and was indifferent whether to go back or to stay because she was still not sure if there would be more. So I got there, I was almost going to sit and say, it was like, baby, I have to sit again. And the house had only one bathroom, right?
Oh my god.
So at the moment we were fighting over one bathroom. Like later, that moment, we were just smiling, giggling because we didn't want anyone to hear that.
Yeah.
So we didn't talk about that. I think after a week or after our wedding.
Yeah.
And
we told them what's happened. Everyone was like,
oh!
We were changing the WC like shift.
We go there and we fight over it. So this is one of our few stuff that happened in Ghana that we thought to share. I mean, it is what it is. That's our motherland and we love Ghana.
We really love Ghana, guys.
Yeah. So we pray that our leaders make it a better place to live.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, even the able and knowledgeable people don't know how to fix it. I mean, those who has power, they don't know how to fix it because it's really difficult now.
Yeah.
And we hope it gets better.
Yeah.
We hope it gets better. So this has been whatever stays happens in
Ghana.
Ghana cannot stay in Ghana.
Yeah.
As the saying goes, whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but not in Ghana.
Yes.
All right, so thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe.
Let us know your favorite parts down in the comments.
Adios.
Bye.